Good Wednesday evening, and hopefully everybody's doing a-okay out there. Safe Touch Security First Alert Live Radar. We are seeing a slow sweep. Any green you see is ground clutter, heat of the day escaping into the atmosphere. And right now, it's a view from, I think we could see I-16. This is I-16 in not the foreground, but in the background there. Clear skies. Can't really tell because it's pretty dark out there. I don't know what's going on with the temperature gauges, but earlier Alma was coming in at 120 degrees. I posted that video to my Facebook page where it kind of caught me off guard in the 4 o'clock newscast. And now Hinesville says it's 102. Anybody joining us from Liberty County? Is it hot down there? Are you melting? Well, let me tell you what, it is not 102. Somebody's got to check that temperature gauge in Hinesville to get that fixed because Alma is now offline. Jacksonville National Weather Service went ahead and took that offline, even though we were having some fun with it earlier. Dave and I were, and we'll have some fun with Hinesville just for funsies. 102 feels like 108 in Hinesville. And right now it feels like 81 in Beaufort, feels like 81 in Vidalia, feels like 83 in Hazelhurst. So just a couple degrees warmer, the air temperature is what it feels like. Take a look at this. Yeah, this is what we like, right? Our temperatures, everyone except for the immediate coast, I'm talking Hilton Head, Tybee, St. Simons, you guys are going to wake up in the 70s, but the rest of us will start in the 60s. That is quite refreshing, and that's 7 a.m. Most likely at 6 a.m. we'll be in the 60s as well. After an hour of sunshine, we'll start to warm a little bit, but 6, 7, 8, that's 3 full hours in the 60s. So enjoy it while you can. You know, if it was 7, 8, 9, even if it was 8, 9, 10, that would be so much better. But it's getting better as far as our morning lows. So right now I'm going to go hour by hour for you. Thursday, we're looking good. This is a strong cold front. Actually, it's a weak cold front making its way through the Midwest toward New York and Washington. Never quite makes it to Savannah. High pressure is definitely dominating the southeast, and you can see that. Oh, hey, a hurricane over there. Yeah, that's Leslie. Leslie just sitting and spinning just east of Bermuda. So want to show you why like this. There's going to be a series of fronts that'll continue to make their way to the north of us, and we remain dry through Friday. See that up there? Yeah, a little bit of snow coming into probably the upper peninsula of Michigan. And there's been snow in Montana and Idaho as well, and they're going to get that on Friday at noon. Talking about that in Colorado and in Utah. So it's going to be pretty impressive. I also shared a picture of the first snowfall in Mammoth Falls, California on my Facebook page earlier. But we're seeing dry conditions, so all the cold weather well to the north of us. We were 87 at 6 o'clock, so was Chicago. So it's a strong, strong high pressure that is keeping the jet stream well to the north of us. So we'll pause it here, take the planner in. I want to give some shout outs to some peeps. And see, about 100 people are watching. That's fine. I think your gauge is broken. I think it is too, Danielle. Yes. What's it, Dr. Mary Williams Murray? Liberty County is hot. It's hot, all right, but I don't think it's 102. How you doing, Betty? Alicia Ward Batema. Hi, Lynn. How are you? And how are you doing, Jane? What about rain this weekend? Yes, let's get to that. It's a slim chance on Saturday. It's only 20%, Clint. I'm ready for a blizzard. Well, Kyle, I think you're going to have to go well to the north of us. It's too darn hot outside. We haven't gotten snow yet in Tacoma, Washington. Thank you for joining us, Salita Knighton. Hey, Elizabeth Mays, Angelina Alexis, Jean Trapani, Myrtice Johnson, thanks for joining us, and thank you, Julianne Sturgis, for joining us. What is the beach weekend looking like? Beach is looking great. Let me go through my tropics real quick. You saw that in the hour by hour Leslie making that northerly turn. The movement is now north, so instead of moving south, it's now moving north. It's going to just take a slight bend to the northwest, but nothing close to land. It is churning up some seas, but I think that the rip current risk will be on the low side this weekend as it continues to move north away from us. So the further south it went, it caused a little bit of rip currents out on Tybee and Hilton Head today. And it is more than 1,500 miles away. So it's a pretty large storm. And then it's going to make that right-hand turn and move up into the northern Atlantic, or sit there for a couple of more days, say Wednesday, and then move into the northern Atlantic. We have a series of cold fronts crossing the United States. So there it is. And this area of storminess, a 30% chance of development in the next 5 days. I've had a couple of people ask us about, hey, I'm going on a cruise to the Bahamas. I had a woman go to the Jamaica that she was concerned about Kirk. A lot of upper level wind shear. Remember that big red ball that was sitting here just south of the Dominican Republic yesterday? Completely gone. And actually, this is the remnants right here. We're getting some storminess come off of the north coast of South America. Say that 3 times fast. And it's just, these storms are just so disorganized and upper level wind shear. So that is good. And we've capped that development at 30% in the next 5 days. So that was 24 hours ago that it was 30%, and it hasn't changed much. So that's always nice. It's not a boom, 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 quick progression, but just something that we have to watch. And it could go anywhere in the Gulf, Florida, or out into the Atlantic. So somebody asked, and we'll go through our forecast highs for tomorrow. Hot, 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 except for Beaufort and Hilton Head. Got a nice breeze off the water. And what about beach weather? Kenny Allen wanted the beach weather. Perfect Saturday. That 20% is going to be due to that onshore flow and the sea breeze. High pressure is going to move off into the Atlantic. Open the window for a 30% chance on Sunday, but still, you go to the beach at 10 o'clock, you enjoy 3-4 hours. I think it's going to be fantastic, and the temperatures are just right, and the water temperature is right around 85 degrees. So honestly, I think that's great beach weather for Saturday and Sunday. Cool? What's up, Nicole? How are you? Thanks for joining. Kathy. Yeah, Kathy, go to my Facebook, send me a message, and I'll come talk to your class. I am booked October 11th, going to Hinesville, talking to some first graders. I was just talking about maybe some learning lessons for first graders, because there's a big difference first, second, third, and fourth. And fourth is really the crux of getting to know what they're learning in weather. The water cycle, fourth graders are, I'm not going to say the best, but you know, they're really into it because that's part of their curriculum for fourth grade. So whatever class you have, go ahead and message me on my Facebook page, and I'll be happy to come out with a storm chaser. Now's the time. We are booked solid. Not solid, but Cutter's got a couple appointments this month, and I know I have one October 11th. Just moved here from Atlanta. Well, welcome, Will Jones. I like that. I like that little hang 10 guy. Shalom, Jamie. Shalom, Dante. How are you? Sure could use some cooler weather. Jason Boyette, I know you could. How about 85 Tuesday and Wednesday? And then looks like we'll have to wait till the end of October to actually see a real cool down, an actual October forecast, a climatological October forecast. And part of me just wants to say, we need to redo the climate, because I always feel like we're running higher than the actual 20-year climate norm, right? Because the normal right now is supposed to be 82, and we're almost 10 degrees warmer than that. All right, so Liberty is 83. Thank you, Chevy Silverado 1500. Heather Waters for the win. How many months in a row has Montana gotten snow? I know it's a record year. Snowed? Really? That's a really good question, Michael. I'm going to have to look that up. I could ask my cousins. They live and work in Big Sky, but you know, if it snows in a corner of Montana, they're not going to know about it. But yeah, good question, Michael. I'll have to look that up. Tend to be hyper local when it comes to weather, so that's something that I just don't have the top of my head, but I'm interested. Thanks, George, for watching. We're going to try to harvest peanuts and register. We don't need any rain. Okay, well, I think Saturday, if you want to harvest those peanuts, go ahead. You going to boil any? Oh, yeah. Sunday is a 30% chance, and so, you know, I don't know how long it takes when people were asking about the hay and not being able to harvest the hay over the summer because it was so wet. They needed like a full weekend to do so, or at least a day and a half. So I think you got a day and a half worth for Saturday and Sunday if you want to harvest. What's up, Julie Martin? When does the time change, Jamie? November 4th. Let me double check that. So Teddy, who is our Facebook Live producer, I've walked out of the shot, Teddy, so don't freak out. I'm still here. How about time change? When is fall back? I'm just Googling. It is, yes! It is November 4th. Like a steel trap. November 4th is the time change, so there you go. And by the end of next week, sunset will be before 7 o'clock. And that's really what it makes it feel like fall, right? You're like, ooh, it's dark, it's 7:30. Yeah, creepy, creepy. Oh, remember, if you have any Halloween decorations that are already out, or if you've already maybe put your little babies in pumpkins and had your baby shoots already for October for Halloween, or if you've already ordered or made your costumes, send them my way. I want to try to show them on D News at 11 and maybe 5:30 if I start to get more. I've only got a couple, so I didn't want to start and then have to stop and repeat. So if you have any great Halloween photos that you'd like to send my way, like pre-Halloween, because we always do this October 30th, like, oh, send us your pictures, and we get so many great pictures up until like November 1st, and then we're on to the next one, right? So we can't show them all. So if you have any pre-Halloween stuff, decorations, pictures, anything like that, go ahead and share that on my Facebook page, and I will try to share them on D News at 11. In the meantime, all my comments went away. I will see you at 11, and I hope you have a great evening, and hopefully you can join us then. Good night.